participating in the classroom discussion. And after UBP, we also identified the students are actually actively participating in the classroom discussion, and the pain, the problems that actually the faculties are facing initially, that we are actually able to overcome. So here, we taken feedback with respect to the course content and organization, where, 90% of the students, 95% of the students have given either strongly agree or agree with respect to the content we have delivered, with respect to the organization of the particular UBP course. And when you look at the student attendance also, we can see, more number of students, are having 80+% of attendance with respect to attending the UBP coursework at the university. Then coming to the student contribution, as I mentioned, actively participating in the discussion, they have themselves mentioned that, more than again 95% of the students had, contributed, have actively participated in the classroom discussions. Then actually, as it is a polar opposite, teaching model, we also had taken a feedback on the learning environment and teaching methods, and almost, again, more than 95% of the students said they are very much happy with the teaching methods, the activities chosen by the faculties, and the learning environment that is actually created by the faculties at RKU. And with respect to this particular feedback, we again, uh, reformed our UBP program, and we have made the required modifications, and we have again successfully implemented UBP for the year 2015-16 as well. And now, we are actually, from the last 1 month, we are doing a lot of brainstorming uh, by looking at our feedbacks, and what modifications are required, what additional changes are required for the UBP, for the students who are actually going to, take admission for the, 2016-17 batch. And no doubt, by looking at the feedbacks, by looking at the result analysis, we at, RKU says that, students who are admitting at RK University are actually getting a rich, exposure about the latest teaching models, and they are able to fill their prerequisite gaps because of, the learning gap with respect to their previous course of study. And as we are implementing it only from the last 2 years, we are expecting, we are going to experience the best outcome of this UBP with respect to their student placements, and even with respect to their, final scores at the end of their graduation degree. And coming to my conclusion, as I said, this is one of the many systematic grassroots innovations that RKU is, spearheading over here. Actually, we have a project with the name Project North Star, which is actually again, uh, uh, a model, and which is implemented by our Vice President, Mr. Mohit Patel, and UBP is one of such innovations at RK University. And as I said, now our faculties are, experiencing participatory classes after the UBP. And as I said, we are making the necessary modifications for the UBP course structure as well, and we are ready to take the challenge based upon the UBP feedback. And yes, the last year UBP, even, we have done assessment as well. We have taken an assessment, and based upon the assessment, and we understood, yes, a good amount of learning had taken place. And yes, I strongly recommend the UBP can be implemented in various higher education institutions in India, wherever they are experiencing the heterogeneous student groups. So this is all from my side, and I'm ready for the questions, if any, from the audience. Hello.
One of them is asking, is the program available in other universities also, like Osmania in Hyderabad or Kakatiya University?
Sir, actually, this is our university course where we have developed for our university and we have implemented for our university. Yes, I say that when speaking about Usmania and Kakatiya University, being a university, they can, plan such program and can implement for their students. And as I mentioned, really it is very much useful in filling the prerequisite gaps. Any more questions, sir, from
We'll give them
participants?
yes, we'll give them 1 or 2 minutes in case they have more. What is the duration of this program?
As I mentioned, the duration of the program is 3 weeks to 4 weeks. As I mentioned, here at engineering, we are taking it for 4 weeks, but for MBA and MCA, the duration is only 3 weeks. So as I said, it is very much dynamic. We can plan for our students as per the understanding of, the student quality, student heterogeneous at the respective university. And
Can
we
you?
are offering it as an audit course.
Yes, go ahead.
So we are offering it as an audit course at RKU. So we are not giving any credits for the course.
Can a student cover in his or her summer vacation?
Yeah. No, sir. Actually, this is implemented in the very first year of their admission to the university. We're not going to implement it every year. So once they have taken admission at RK University, the very first year, we are going to have this particular course. And we are not going to take in the summer vacation, but once the admission has been taken, and on the first day, we are going to start this particular course.
Is a follow-up also envisaged for students going into second or third year?
Yes, actually, means here, as I mentioned, the major objectives are fulfilling the prerequisites and making the students familiar with the active learning strategies. Once the UBP is done in the very first year, as they are, familiar with the active learning techniques and prerequisite skills are done, they will easily, move from the first year to the second year and to the third year. So no issues will come in between, because all the students are from the same university and the learning happens at the same pace for all of them. But whereas when they are taking admission into university, they are from various boards, as I said, from various geographical locations. Learning of a student differs, from the college to college, geographical location to location, the board of studies. Everyone will have a different set of syllabus, different set of learning, different set of knowledge, and they have to study the common course at university.
One of the participants says, I think that is equally important to train the faculty. You mentioned the learning design experience. Where can the faculty get such experience in Indian institutes?
Repeat again, sir.
I think it is equally important to train the faculty. You mentioned the learning design experience. Where can faculty get such experience in Indian institutes?
Sir, coming to this, yes, this is something challenging, and every Indian institution will not be having the way we have. We are very lucky to have Mr. Mohit with us, but actually where there are various IITs who are actually training the faculties on this active learning strategies, and in fact even they can also refer the various websites. They can have an understanding of the various active learning models, and this actually even the I can say the college management has to take in the training the faculties, because active learning is actually going to be,